Hello, dear friends. Today, we are going to have a profound conversation about the greatest force that determines human destiny, yet often goes unnoticed, our own emotions. Imagine for a moment that your life is a great ship, and you are the captain of that ship. But why is it that sometimes the ship sails in a direction you didn't intend, straight into a storm? Why do we sometimes lose control of ourselves? Most of us think, I am rational, I solve everything with logic, but in the most critical moments of life, during conflict, stress, or fear, our logic instantly shuts down, and our feelings take the wheel. To understand this phenomenon, we must first journey into the deepest layers of our brain. Inside our brain, there is a tiny organ called the amygdala, which has kept us alive through millions of years of evolution. In ancient times, when a human suddenly encountered a predator, there was no time to think. If they sat there analyzing whether the predator was a threat or not, they would not have survived. For this reason, the amygdala puts the entire body into fight or flight mode within a fraction of a second, bypassing logical thinking. In today's modern world, we aren't being chased by tigers, but our brains perceive modern stressors, a boss's harsh words, an argument on the road, or a misunderstanding with loved ones, as those very same predators. In these moments, we fall into an emotional hijack. In other words, it is not you speaking, but the ancient fears and anger within you. We say things we later regret and damage relationships because, at that moment, our smart brain simply wasn't working. However, the problem is not with the emotions themselves. In psychology, there is no such thing as a bad or negative emotion. Every feeling is an important message from your inner world. If you are angry, it means someone has violated your personal boundaries or treated you unfairly. If you are afraid, it means you need safety. If you are sad, it means you have lost something very precious to you. The problem lies in our inability to read these messages correctly. We either let the emotion explode outward or we suppress it inside, leading to physical illness. True self-control is not about killing the emotion, it is about recognizing it and becoming its friend. Imagine emotions as waves in the ocean. You cannot stop the waves, but you can learn to surf on them. To become the master of your emotions, we need 3 essential steps. The first is calming the body, because emotion is created in the body first. When angry, our heart beats faster and our breathing becomes shallow. In these moments, through specific breathing exercises, we can send a signal to the brain that everything is fine, we are safe. The second step is naming the feeling with words. Research shows that if you clearly state, I feel very unappreciated and sad right now, the emotional tension in the brain drops instantly. A fear that is named begins to lose its power. And the third step is choosing the reaction. The greatest freedom in our lives lies in the gap between what happens to us and our response to it. In that gap lies our character and our growth. Suppose someone says something rude to you. Feeling angry is an automatic response, but responding rudely or remaining silent with patience is your choice. Self-control is not something you learn in a day. It is a lifelong practice. It is like a muscle that must be trained every day. Sometimes you might fail, and sometimes you might lose your temper again. This is normal. The most important thing is that you have started to notice yourself. When you begin to master your emotions, the quality of your life changes fundamentally. You stop being dependent on the opinions of others or on coincidences. You create an island of peace within yourself. Always remember, your emotions should be your servants, not the other way around. You are the captain of your destiny, and you decide where to steer your ship. Take care of your inner world, listen to yourself, and strive to understand every feeling deeply. Thank you very much for your attention. Live in inner harmony and peace.